It is always great when we get to see our friend Jackie Douglas from the Discovery Center, and she's brought along a special guest. Oh my gosh, is it the Grinch? It's the Grinch!
Oh, that's so Maddie, help!
Help, it's the Grinch. He's gonna steal my Christmas cheer.
He's nice most of the time. He's a nice Grinch.
Okay.
We have Grinchy Christmas at the Discovery Center all the time from now till Christmas. Happy December, guys.
Happy December
today.
Yes.
So we have Grinchy Christmas going on, and we have Santa Saturdays. So every Saturday from 10 to 2, you can come and bring your kids to see Santa Claus at the Discovery Center, and the Grinch makes appearances throughout the week upon request. And I can tell you guys, I just visited Universal Studios in October and went to Whoville at Universal, and I can tell you ours is just as cool, if not cooler. It is the whole center. There are 2 floors that are completely decked out like Whoville. The kids, it's magical. They think they're in Whoville. It's really cool.
So kids come dressed up as like Cindy Lou Who
Yes,
and Little Who's
there are
with their nose.
so many photo opportunities throughout the center. The trees are decorated beautifully. Our Santa, you guys, there's no line for our Santa. You just walk right up and you don't have to wait in line. And Santa is so sweet. You can write letters to Santa and he'll respond. It's precious. So come and bring your kids. If you don't have a membership, now's a really good time because you get to come in for free for the whole year. My grandma always bought my kids a membership to the Discovery Center when they were little, and it was my favorite gift that they got because we could just use it all year.
Yeah.
So on rainy days like today, when it's too cold to play outside, just bring your kids to Whoville.
Yes.
At the Discovery Center.
Because the Discovery Center is like a big indoor playground. Every
really
corner
is.
there's something different.
And now we have an outdoor playground on Thursday when the weather's 65. You can come to the outdoor playground now too.
That's so great. And we love the Discovery Center. We were just there for your big gala.
Yes, you did so
Festival
good.
Tree. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm
Jeremy
just
broke
happy.
a record.
Well,
Yes.
I can't take credit for that, but I will. I'll be like, okay.
Yes,
But
you
it went
have
so
to.
well. And what I love too is we learned a lot about the school. Tell the people about the school and how amazing it is. You raised a lot of money.
Yeah,
And hearing
yeah.
the stories about the lives you've changed,
Yeah.
everyone was crying. It was just so impactful.
So we really help kids that the traditional model doesn't work for. So my master's is in gifted education, and I just believe that every kid deserves to learn what they're ready to learn at their own pace. And so we let kids learn at their own pace. So we have 6th graders doing 11th grade work. We have 6th graders doing 3rd grade work, but we meet them where they're at. And so we have a lot of kids that have ADHD, or if they're on the spectrum, or if they're gifted and they just need to go at their own pace. And then they don't have to sit in a chair all day. They get the whole center. So they do experiments like this, and they get to do our 3D printers, our tech lab. They have access to all the resources that we have from NASA and the Smithsonian, and it's just, but we do class sizes of 10. So our teachers really notice if a kid is mistreating another kid or is not being kind. We nip it so fast. That is really a great learning environment because the kids feel safe. So when they're emotionally safe and physically safe, the learning occurs so much faster.
Yeah,
so we are able to provide that, and then we're also to provide an academic experience that nobody else can give them.
I wish I had it as a kid.
I know,
It's so
same.
fun.
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys want to play
Yes.
with our Grinchy
Yes,
liquid?
please.
I do.
Okay, so the Grinch has not been to space yet. He might go one day, but we just thought this green liquid was cool because it's kind of
hold
Grinchy
this.
color.
Okay.
But this is an experiment on how astronauts recycle air in space.
Oh.
Because they're getting ready to go back to the moon, and then they're going to go to Mars. So that's happening.
Oh, wow.
So all of this is how this experiment shows how they recycle the air in space because there's no air in space.
Okay.
Right.
So we have to have oxygen to breathe, and then when we breathe out, it's carbon dioxide, yes?
Yes.
So this is the same ingredient that's in highlighters. See how it's like highlighter color? It's
Yeah,
green. It's
highlighter.
Grinch
Neon.
green. That's why we brought it.
Yeah.
So the highlighter juice is like it's like an indicator solution. So when the pH of this liquid changes, you're going to see a color change.
Ooh, okay.
So we have 2 little test vials. Which one wants which?
Here, I'll just
one of
move
you is
one.
going to be the test group, and one is going to be the experiment. You want to do the blowing?
Yeah.
So we're going to use Maddie's carbon dioxide to change the acidity of this liquid, and you're going to see a color change
So
when you
open
blow
it
into
and
it.
just blow, like put it down into the liquid and
Yep,
blow?
and you're going to blow your carbon dioxide into the liquid. And you should see a color change. Just keep blowing. So her carbon dioxide has changed the acidity of the water. And so now the carbon dioxide dissolves into that water, and we're going to use this zeolite
Wow.
to.
Does that mean I have bad breath?
Yes.
Nope. Nope, it means
Absolutely
your
it
carbon
does.
dioxide has dissolved into the water. So what the astronauts do in space is they take your carbon dioxide that's dissolved in the water, and then they can pull it out with this chemical and split the atoms into usable water and oxygen that the astronauts can
my
breathe
gosh.
again. So this is called zeolite.
Okay.
You're
Are we
gonna
putting
put a
in this
scoop
one
of
or
this in
Jeremy's?
here. No, in yours.
In mine.
Put a scoop of that in yours, and then it's going to turn green again because you're going to see the carbon dioxide come out back out of that solution. Swirl it around a little.
I'm swirling mine for fun. I feel like we're in the lab.
Yes,
know.
you
Being
are in
mad
the lab.
scientists.
You're
So
in
is
the
this what
Grinch
kids
lab.
at the Discovery Center in their classes are working on?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
at
turning.
the Discovery School, and also when you just come to visit the center, we have stations throughout. Like when we can staff it, we'll do experiments like this with the kids. They can just walk up and read some of this. But this shows how the carbon dioxide goes back to the zeolite, pulls it out of solution, and then they can use it to make water and oxygen for the astronauts to breathe on the International Space Station.
So what is
Crazy.
happening to mine? Nothing?
Yeah, yours is the control group.
Oh, I was wondering, like, what's happening?
Yours is just to show the
Okay.
comparison. But do you
Gotcha.
see how it's
It's
turning
getting
back
there.
Yeah.
green again?
The green
Yes.
is
To
coming
show
back.
show the
That is exciting.
chemical reaction. So
Wow.
that's what
I
we
feel
have
so
going
smart.
on. Yes.
How cool.
But kids really learn better when they can put something in their hands.
Yeah.
And Jackie, tell us one more time, everything, the Grinchy Christmas, everything happening. at
Grinchy
Discovery Center.
Christmas is every day. We're closed on Mondays, but we're open every day from 10 to 6. And Santa comes every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And if you're watching the Christmas parade next week, I will tell you a pro tip. The best place if it's cold, dreary weather on a Christmas parade day to watch the parade is at the Discovery Center. Go around the high wire bike or even to the 4th floor, and you can even hear the hoofs of the horses click and hear all the music, but you're inside where it's warm and cozy and
perfect.
So you can
And look, it's almost green, guys. Look, I've been,
It's
Yep.
going.
been shaking more. Guys, all right, thank you guys so much. Good
Thank
to see
you,
you,
Grinch. Thank you, Jackie.
We'll be back with our Mass Singer recap after this. Look,
There you go.
It's getting there.
Oh, it's getting there.
Yeah.
I just wasn't shaking it right.
Good job, guys.
There we go. Look at the.